All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that's teaching His word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And today I just want to title the lesson, Blame Esau. Because this nigga is the reason from all the problems in the earth. From something as minute as you arguing with your woman to everyone in the earth is sick from your broken down immune system by the way of this nigga constantly spraying chemtrails. Well, any and every problem you have in the planet Earth, it goes back to the so-called white man, which is Esau. Like I said, when you arguing with your woman, she seen something on TV and they presented a certain way of living. Now she want to live like that. And she mad at you because you can't meet that some shit on Housewives. But this is all this man's system. He's a destructive nation. And as you can see, as this him being in power, what's going to come from it? Destruction, man. You know? So, matter of fact, let's start off with this in the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. And verse 5, it reads, "The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof." So it said the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. And this is the only time when you go out through history, ever since kingdoms have came and went, there have never been such a time like this to where you have terms in the earth such as chemtrails, air pollution, water pollution, beaching, that's pretty much going into the sea life, self-deleting, the water so fucked up they jump out of it. You have what they call it a garbage patch to try to soften the blow, but really it's a trash island. You have the LGBTQ. These are the things that contribute to the earth being damaged. From even the diets, from them taking the wrong animals. Nigga, mass fish and shrimp and these unclean animals and feeding people pig and shit. This the results of the so-called white man being in power. Everything fucked up, man. Because he's the one that's in power. It says, read again, it says, the earth also defiled honor the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And that's what this nigga have done. Pretty much everything that the Lord set up that's acceptable and off limits, this nigga flipped it around. That's why the scripture speaks on what's that called evil good and good evil. That's on display in this system. The very thing that's good, when you condemn a homosexual, that's evil in this place. But that's really good. It's good because that's the standard of the Lord. You're supposed to condemn it and shun it. But in this place, you're celebrated. So even in that, Just that mindset in itself bring forth a certain that bring forth destruction. A nigga will lose it if you tell him that you can't eat pork. It says because they transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And that's why everything's so temporary as well. And show you this shit ain't meant to last, man. You know? Because the kingdom of heaven, when it's set up, it said it shall not be moved, not going to be moved to left to another kingdom. It's going to be firmly established because it's going to be based on the law, statutes, and commandments. It says the earth. It says, therefore the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. And that's the only way this place got to be cleansed, via the destruction. And that's the only way you get rid of a cancer, with that chemotherapy. And that's what you do. You highlight that tumor. The spotlight is on this. This is who you put the blame on for your illness. This is the reason why you feeling like this, because of this tumor. And that's a so-called white man. The reason why shit is fucked up in planet Earth because he's running shit. It's this nigga from his laws and legislation. You gotta update your insurance. And if you don't, this shit gotta go, man. The book of Wisdom of Solomon 14 verse 9 says, for the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. So the ungodliness that you see on the planet Earth, it comes from the ungodly. Even, for an example, you got niggas with switches in Chicago. And you got these Edomites you got Chuck. He was big on those statistics and the 13% and the per capita and shit like that. But who gave them niggas them switches? Niggas ain't that damn intelligent to where they know how to break down a gun and put the switch on and make that motherfucker automatic, man. Just like in the crack epidemic. Nigga didn't know how to put that in no Pyrex pot and know how to cook some shit up and let it lock. You know, the process of cooking dope. Jake ain't just somehow put that shit together and say, you know what, I know how to make this shit hit hard. No, man, he did that, man. So the shit you see, you know, especially the things that the results it leads to death, Esau had his hands in it, some way, form, or fast. If really anything that's not good, this nigga his fingerprints on it. For an example, as I mentioned, trash islands. It can be a trash island in a damn Indian Ocean, and they can have they fucking language written on it. Yet that McDonald arch, that's Esau's signature. Even though it might have the Elamite language, but that McDonald symbol, it still show you where the source goes back to is this nigga Esau, man. Talks about even Babylon, the mother of harlots. This holds the source, you know. See, matter of fact, let's end off on this. In the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24, it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See? And this is the height of wickedness, man. The question of the day is, what is a woman? That's show you shit fucked up. And people will stumble at that. Just show you the state of the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And Esau's fingerprints is all over the place. It says, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See, if it's not the so-called white man, who else could it be? It's not no damn Arabs. I'm fucking gook. It's the so-called white man, the nigga with the suit and tie. This nigga that's calling the shots and saying yes to these laws and no to this. He's the one that telling you what's right and what's wrong. Which the thing that he telling you what's right is wrong, and the thing that he telling you what's wrong is right. So yeah, blame this nigga for everything that you see that's wrong, because hey, he's the source of it. So yeah, I just hope to edifying. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect. This teaching word in all true faith and sincerity. Shalom.